Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today is episode 7, and we're going to start right off with planting some of our potatoes. I have them right here in the bundle that we have. We have wheat, we have carrots, and the third one that we're missing is potatoes. And I guess we're also missing beetroot. We'll do that a little bit later once I actually have some, because I haven't been able to find any of that yet. And the main thing that I want to do today is focus on the inside of that building, mainly not like the interior, but the way that we get down to the actual mine. I was gonna do I guess like a mine shaft, like a mine going down, so that we can enter like a mine cart and it will take us down, and that way we can get all the way down to, I guess, diamond mining level. And I know there's also a cavern because I've been mining down and I've just been getting up and down with a scaffolding. So I know that there is a place down there that we can go to. And that's kind of the main thing that we're going to be doing here after I finish planting this. And then I think we can just throw in some water. And I think I'm just going to have this as the exit. And I see those guys trying to infiltrate my farm, which I'll deal with those guys in 1 second. The whole mini field is planted and watered, and now I can grow our measly 10 potatoes. I was bone mealing most of the wheat and the carrots that we've been getting, so we do have quite a good amount of bone meal now. Not a whole lot, but enough to hopefully grow the whole field. Then after this, we're going to deal with the solicitors on our property over there. But if you guys are enjoying the video, or if you guys do enjoy this kind of content, please consider liking the video, leaving a comment, and subscribing so that I know what specifically you guys would like to see in these videos. And I also just really appreciate the support. These guys are trespassing on our property, and so we're gonna deal with them as is my right. I should actually put on my shield because I don't have much armor because most of it broke. That's another thing that I want to do is I need to finish the mine so that we can go mining, because I'm running out of a lot of the resources that we need. I did do a little bit of a just exploration down there to kind of figure out what's like nearby, and I did actually get quite a decent amount of materials. Mainly, I got some diamonds and gold and some more redstone. So I'm gonna have to replace this iron armor because it is quite literally falling off of my body. And yeah, it was kind of scary down there. As you can see, I went all the way down to deep slate. We're gonna take a little trip down here and hopefully not fall because it would definitely kill me from this height. I need to try and get some feather falling boots so that we can actually have a bit of a chance of surviving here. But I have all the materials on us that we're gonna need. So I think the best way to do this, why can't I eat? There we go. I think the best way to do this is to go down to where I want to be. I think I want to have I'm going to have two levels. So that this is the place where I was exploring, but you might actually recognize it. There's a lot of torches because I've already been here. Just over there is back to the area where we were in the first episode. And just over here, I think you might be able to catch a glimpse of it. Over there, that's the mine shaft that we got lost in. So I was able to finish exploring that. Well, not finish exploring it, but I was able to light up a bit of the area, mine some of the iron, gold, and diamonds that were here. So we have a little bit of extra stuff. But we're currently at -8, 9-ish, that kind of general range. So I think I'm going to have two levels because, as most of you probably know, the best location to find, I think, diamonds is -52, -56, -50 something. I don't know. I'm going to have to check my math on that. So I think the best thing to do is going to be to dig down to there. And then I'll also have a little stop platform here where we'll be able to kind of get off, explore the caves, maybe even build something down here if necessary. But then I am going to go down to, I'm actually going to have to double check because I don't know what level we need to go down to for that. But we'll go down and then we can have another little strip mining area down at the bottom for mainly diamonds. But I think the best thing to do here is I already have a bit of a design that I'm gonna make. So I'm gonna break this and I'm just gonna build all the way up with spruce logs, and then we can, oh, these are still falling down. It's like raining bamboo pieces. This would really hurt if I was underneath it. But and then we're gonna build up and then we're gonna work our way down with the little steps and the mine rails that I have. In hindsight, I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough spruce logs for this. It's already taken a lot to get all the way up here. Thankfully, I do not plan on stripping these logs, otherwise that would be an absolute nightmare. I wonder if I can make this jump here. Okay, there we go. That was actually more stressful than it needed to have been. So that's going to go all the way right up to here, and then we're going to be able to get on the minecart and just ride it all the way down in a little bit of a spiral. And I think I have some trapdoors, because I'm going to put a little guardrail here so I don't accidentally fall off. I realized that I did not have enough of the materials that I needed. I needed way more stairs, way more slabs. And while we're up here, we're actually just going to make some diamond armor, because this armor is basically done. I got a couple extra diamonds and some obsidian to work with, so we should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and make a shirt, boots, and a hat, and trousers. There we go. Now I can put these on, nice and spiffy. I'm curious to see if I have any enchantments that I can use for them. Seems like the only thing we'd be able to use would be this protection 3. I definitely prefer to have protection 4. I did get a Feather Falling 4 book that I just enchanted with Feather Falling 4 with a book, which is better than nothing. I'm going to save on putting that on the boots until we have some more. Preferably just like protection or unbreaking. And I think we're going to have to probably wait until we have villagers in order to do that. That way we can just get those books more sustainably, because right now I don't really have a good way to do that, and I don't have enough experience just to enchant all of my gear like every single time. Plus you can only enchant things once, so I'd have to enchant multiple pieces of gear, and I don't got that kind of cash just lying around, so I'm gonna have to skip on that, and I'm gonna fill that in with something. I don't know what, but the main design we're gonna go with is, where are my logs? Here we go. Here's the rest of the stuff. So it's going to be, get rid of that. It's going to be these. And we go down a block like that. And then in between, it's going to be slab, or not slab, stair. Stair. Then, okay, this is actually going to be kind of difficult now, because I need a block on the other side there to put it against. So I guess I'll just kind of do that. And then, as you can see, the rails will just wrap around this. So I'm going to go down with this design as far as I can, hopefully either until I reach the bottom or I run out of materials. This is definitely doable. I think I'm almost halfway. It is honestly very scary though. My finger is starting to cramp from holding down shift, just because I know if I fall, I'm kind of cooked. I guess at this point now, it wouldn't be as bad. I don't know if I'd survive this one, but I would hopefully be able to swap to my water bucket. But when I was up at the top, it was absolutely terrifying because, well, it's a very, very long way down. Alright, it's looking a little funny. To be honest, I think I am actually going to strip the logs just because that way it like blends in much better, and I know it's going to bug me, especially since I'm going to be using this all the time. So I really do want it to look nice. So I'm just going to craft 2 of these, and I'm going to go back up and strip all the logs. And then once we're at the top, we're going to grab the rail carts, or not the rail carts, what are they called? The floor ladders, the rails, there we go. And I also need a lot of levers to power the powered rails, because otherwise we're not going to get them power. So I'm gonna go all the way back up this long flight of stairs. Okay, turns out having lava next to wood is a very, very bad idea. So oh my gosh, oh no. I didn't know this was gonna happen. I didn't know that lava could reach that far. I didn't think it was gonna be an issue. And now water's going all the way down. Okay, this is a bit of a disaster. I'm gonna have to turn into a firefighter here. Well, alright, I guess that's not ideal. I'm gonna have to try and fix this now. I'm gonna have to come back and strip the rest of this. No, it's like most of the... Ow! It's almost all of the logs. This is disastrous. Which I know I already said, but this is really disastrous. I think what I'm gonna do, honestly, and you guys can let me know in the comments if you want me to, like, not do this. But I'm gonna turn fire tick off for this world, just because there are a lot of instances where I would like to use things like lava and fire in a build, because I think it is a lot of ways that you can use it to make things look nice, just, for decoration and that kind of thing. Um, but I would really like it if my builds didn't burn down. So I am going to disable fire tick. If you guys have some, like, if you guys really don't want me to do that, let me know and I'll change it back and we can work something out. But I think for now, just because that was an accident that I didn't even know could happen, I didn't know lava could set wood alight from that far away, and I'd really like to avoid that kind of thing in the future, especially since I like building with wood, especially spruce. I really just want to avoid that kind of thing. So yeah, but anyways, we made it back. We're gonna grab probably all of these. I'm gonna put these away because I'm not gonna need that. And then I'm also gonna go and grab a whole ton of levers, probably 2 stacks, more than anyone would ever need in any other circumstance. I think we'll do a downward pattern like this. I'm gonna have this little trapdoor up here as if to make a little bit of a stopper. That way it doesn't, come all the way back up and then we start falling back down again, which would be really annoying. I'm not really sure where to put the levers. I feel like just having them there is fine, but it's also a little bit ugly, and I'd prefer to not really have them as visible if possible. But at the same time, it's not really that big of a deal. So I think, I don't really know if there's even another place I could put them. I guess I could put them behind the logs, but that just feels a little more convoluted. Actually, because it depends. I was thinking of also putting trapdoors on the sides. That way I can, I guess, have like guardrails. I think I'm actually going to do that instead. And that way we'll put the levers on the side of the blocks like this. That way, is it still power? Nope, does not power it that way. Okay, gonna have to figure someone else out. What if we put it right there? We go. Okay, there we go. It's a bit more out of the way. I think that's gonna be a bit better. And then we're just gonna have one of these in the corner. Go down by 3, turn, down by 3, turn. I have to get rid of this. And we'll just do this. We're just going to do this all the way down. We just broke the first axe. We almost made it. So this one is probably going to be... This one's probably going to break too at some point, actually, if we end up going all the way down to diamond level. We have made it to the first stop of our mine shaft, I guess. I don't know, whatever this kind of thing is. Tunnel, drill, who knows. This is the first stop. It is around -8, so I have been able to find a couple of diamonds around here, but that's not really the important part. This is mainly the first main cave that we break out into. Oh, zombie? Where is it? Is it chasing me? I don't know. But I was able to create this little stopping device here, and I just tested it out and it works. So we come down, it stops here, and then we press the button again to keep going down, which will take us right to the bottom. So there's only going to be 2 stops. And then we can plop our minecart down, click the button, go forward a little bit, and it takes us all the way back up. I did test it in creative to make sure, because I wanted to see what the least amount of powered rails I could use to still actually get us up to the top, because I didn't want it to be a thing where you go up and then it stops halfway. Also, I take like half a thing of damage right over there, and I don't know why. But yeah, so it works. It works awesome. It's incredible. I did kill a slime, so there's some kind of slime with junk down there. I found 1 thing of iron, and it gave us 4, which is great. We only used, I don't know how to do the math, 30-something levers, which is kind of nice. So yeah, we made it all the way down. I'm probably going to put in some guardrails at some point. And the other thing that I would like to do is I would like to build some kind of little, I don't know if halfway house is the right word, because that's probably used in a different context, but some little structure, some kind of walls around that little turn part where we get to at the bottom. That way it's not just completely out in the open. I'm also going to move this just a little bit. I have absolutely no space in my inventory. I'm going to move it just like that. That way it's... I think that will just be a little bit better. Yeah, I'm going to go put the stuff away and then we're going to work on the next thing. These minecarts are so fun, but I really do have to look up because otherwise I'm gonna get incredibly dizzy. And I always take one little half heart of damage there, and I don't know why. I'm gonna have to try and figure it out. But anyways, this part is complete. I'll work on getting down to the deeper diamond mines levels at some other point. I don't really know when I'm gonna be able to do that, but just because it's a lot of digging in my poor pickaxe, and then I also need more stuff, and it's just a whole bunch of things. But for now, that is all set. The last thing that we're going to do today is a little bit of decorating, and I want to add a couple of... Oh, hello. What are you doing here? I'm going to add a couple of custom trees just around the farm area to add a little bit of life. I'm going to use oak, but I don't want to grow oak trees just because they don't look as nice as something that we can create manually. So I'm going to grab some of the stuff we need for that. I'll grab some of this. I'm actually just going to put away the string. I'm not going to need those. So we're going to grab some oak. And then I think we're just going to use oak leaves. I was thinking of using acacia, but I don't really have much of that left. And since we're building with oak, it makes sense to use oak leaves. I think we're just going to throw a couple small ones down here and there. The first one that I want to make is going to be right here. And I'll be honest, I'm really not great at building custom trees, so this is going to be an incredibly simple design. I just found it on YouTube. It's basically just logs, and then you just kind of wrap leaves around it. This is literally the simplest kind of tree that you could possibly build, but I am not very good at building trees. Other stuff I can build, but trees. No, trees are not my forte, but hopefully these look all right. I'm gonna try just throwing some leaves down. I'm just gonna try to figure this out, and we'll take a look at what it looks like afterwards. The first tree is complete. It looks a little bit odd. It looks a little bit funky. I gotta be honest. Actually gonna leave this open here. As you can tell, trees are really not my forte. I think it looks okay though. So I mean, it's definitely better than a regular plain oak tree. So I'm just going to throw a couple of these down, just honestly wherever I can fit them. I think I'll put one here. Maybe I'll move this over a little bit. I'll put one here. Maybe I'll put it here, and then yeah. Landscaping I'm a little bit better at, but trees, no, I cannot do trees for my life. Hopefully I become a little bit better at them in the future. But for now, I'm just gonna try and throw down some of these very basic trees just to add a little bit of life into the area. I just ran out of leaves creating this last tree here, but honestly, I think that's gonna be enough today. I created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees. And once we create more paths and more buildings, we'll add more. But I honestly really like these. It adds just a little bit more life, and we'll obviously add more grass and like plants and whatnot and other little builds here and there, you know, to fill up the space. But for now, I like how it just kind of breaks line of sight a little bit, and it just adds a little bit of more depth to what we've built. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with what we were able to do today. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video and you enjoy this kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and let me know what we should do in the next one. And I will see you guys in, I think, what is now episode 8.